1. Ignition.
What are puppets made of?
They're made of dreams.
They're made of
Dreams.
hopes. They're made of dreams.
Dreams.
They're made of puppy dog tears and...
Dreams.
No. Okay, sorry. That's out of my system.
Dreams.
We are currently in several different processes. We're in a process called final foam, where we've now taken all the patterning and we've explored all the different shapes and really honed in onto the concept and are now locking in those shapes into foam that's the highest quality and, you know, the most durable. Puppets are made of lots of different things, but these particular kind of puppets, you know, the Muppet style puppets, they're mostly made from foam and fur or fabric. These, I mean, all of these kind of puppets, you build like a foam armature and then you cover that in fabric. You know, and inside there's wooden dowels and little bits of leather for joints, there's wires in the fingers, and there's big metal wires that go through the wrist. Other people are then taking the final foam, draping it so that we can sew the fabric on it.
Right now, I am overseeing the draping, the fabric patterning, and the skinning of all of these lovely creatures.
So skinning a puppet is just the process of taking the foam armature that we build and covering it with fabric. The colors that we wanted for these different skin tones were so specific that we had to like dye them by hand in order to get the color just right.
Dyeing the fabric for cashmere has been a treat. Trying to have that Goldilocks moment of getting the bath temperature just right so that her fabric comes out just the right color was... I'm so glad it's done. Like, it took probably 8 tries.
We have to finish 26 puppets in a month. Can we do it? Probably not. Probably not. Don't tell anybody though.
So the trick with the facial features and implementing those is that it's another one of those parts where you're trying to, you know, translate this 2D design. And you can do a little bit of that in the computer, but it really is down to like, you've got all these pieces and you've got to finally put them together and get the proportions right. Because sometimes it can be just a fraction of an inch that you just need to tweak things before the puppet actually starts looking like the 2D design. Is one puppet per character enough? I wish it was. For this production, 1 puppet per character is not enough. We decided early on that we needed duplicates of every puppet so that if something went wrong with the puppet or if we needed to do a costume change for the next scene, we wanted to be able to have a backup ready to go. And that has been a challenge. So my favorite puppet, hands down, is Harold.
I'm pretty excited about Harold.
I feel very proud of how all of his little details came out, and then just the duplication process and making that happen. It was a big challenge, and I feel like it was very successful. You know, not to toot the old horn. Toot toot. So a funny thing that happened this last week is we were finishing up the Burke puppet, and he's the one, you know, with all the muscles and stuff. And I had him set up on the table, and my wife walks in, and she's, you know, doing other things, and she mistakes him with all his muscles, of course, for me, you know, and so that was kind of a funny thing. I think where the magic comes in, when it actually comes to like that final moment where you look at the puppet and it looks like the character, and the personality's coming through, and you're seeing all of that work up till then really shine. I like that last little 10% where you're putting on the facial features, you're putting the eyes there, and then there's just one moment where all of a sudden you stand back and you're like, okay, there it is. Your heart fills with joy, and there's just a tingle that goes through your whole body. And, you know, it's just dreams.